Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WWTS. We work best game show on MikeC.
And I'm Fred White.
Hey, today we talk to you about February, Black History Month.
Yeah. I always say Black History Month is a joke. And this is why, right? Now, everybody, I want y'all to get out some calculators or your phone. Because I know I'm speaking so old, don't nobody have calculators no more. Mike, pull out the calculator app on your phone.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to tell you why I think it's a joke.
Mm-hmm.
This is why.
Correct.
Okay. So, Mike, how many days in February?
28.
28 days.
Sometimes 29 on leap year.
On leap year, okay. Out of how many days in February, how many weeks are in February?
Like 3.
3 weeks
in
February?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many school days are in February? Now, I want y'all to count this. How many school days in February, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Calculating.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what I'm going to do, I'm bringing up the actual calendar.
Yes.
Oh, boy. We did. You got 20.
20.
Mm-hmm.
20 days in February. School days in February. Okay. So, is it still an hour per class? 45 minutes?
Yeah, usually about that.
Hour? 45 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Let's push it to an hour,
Mm-hmm.
right? All right. So, an hour times how many days?
20. So 20 hours.
20 days. 20 hours. Right?
Mm-hmm.
20 hours within a month. Only 20 hours.
And that's if you have Black History class or History class.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
How much are you learning in 20 hours for over 300 years of contributions that African Americans have provided for this stolen land?
Well, not much, because it's only filtered on what they want you to learn.
Right. So your child is learning about if they're African American, they're learning about their heritage 20 hours. It's not even a full 24 hours. That's not even a full day.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of kids don't retain that information because the school system really treats it like it's non and void.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when I was doing Black History Month as a kid, the only thing that they did was roots. Put on roots. And who did they teach you about? Martin Luther King, George Washington Carver, the guy that did the first open heart surgery, the peanut guy.
That's true. George Washington Carver.
And what else? And Jane Pittman. Or she played so many damn characters. The Underground Railroad and Toto.
Yep.
That's all they taught you. That's why I say Black History Month is a joke. And I'm telling y'all, watch this whole episode to listen to what we're saying. When your kids are in school, especially when they're African American kids, they are being taught to be workers and not bosses. And the reason why I say that is because when you teach us about our heritage, there's always a consequence for trying to do better. The slaves, you know what I'm saying, with Kanye West, that dumbness where it was a choice. They didn't have a choice. They didn't have 401k plans and stuff like that. If they had a choice, where could they go? Because they weren't free. So, you know what I'm saying, they can say, I don't want to be a slave no more and get off the plantation, and they're dead. You know what I'm saying? So that rhetoric that he tried to put out there in the world, that was dumb of him to do that. But it wasn't an option. Trust me when I tell you that. But, I mean, it's silly to try to cram 300 years worth of information in 20 hours when the Black History class is taught, and then they got to teach something else, algebra, math, or science, or different language, or English, history. I would just say, if you're going to teach that, just make it history. Teach about all the contributions that white, black, Hispanic, Chinese, everybody that made this country what it is today.
You're right.
And then you have to send your kids off to college to pay these mega tuitions just for them to learn history. You know what I'm saying? Because they have these Black History courses in colleges, which they should put these in the elementary schools, the middle schools, and all that other stuff. You have to learn about your heritage, and it's not about black versus white, and it's not about being racist or something like that. You want to know where you came from, and you don't want nobody telling you about the negative images, or showing you negative images, or telling you negative stories about how we had to struggle to get where we are today, and we still haven't gone anywhere. I mean, with this idiot in the White House, he done pushed everything back at least 10 years because hatred is in the forefront now. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So that's why I think that, well, I don't think, but that's why I feel that Black History Month is a joke. It's up to the parents to teach your kids about their black heritage, when they should learn that inside the schools. You know, and I wish there was a teacher that would step up and say, hey, look, I'm going to teach about black history. I mean, I'm going to teach about, you know, black history and white history and all that other history within the same realm all year round. It's not just going to be, okay, black history for an hour a day for these few weeks, and then the rest I'm going to just teach you how, you know, the slave masters held the black people down, and I'm going to teach you about Mongols, and I'm going to teach you about the Senate and the Constitution, all this stuff. Nah, man. Teach the culture to everybody. Take time out. I wish it was like every other week, you know what I'm saying? 1 week you learned about this, 1 week you learned about that, and then they would just rotate it back and forth. So you'll get everything in.
Well, I like that idea. Also, too, just touch on that, a lot of people don't realize that they got so much more access to information now with the internet and everything to actually use it, what it was really created for, basically to get information out there and stuff that we don't see. They're talking about, you know, just to give you just something as far as the Garrett Morgan, who was the person, African-American who invented the traffic light, as well as, you know, he invented the hair straightener, as well as the gas mask. So, I mean, like, that's stuff that you didn't know. I didn't know that.
I didn't know
Especially with the gas mask. I remember about the traffic light. I do remember they said it was African-American. But as far as the hair straightener as well, too, it's just so many stuff we wasn't really attributed for until later on we found out, like, damn, we did a lot. We did a whole lot. But that's with us diving into our history, asking on, you know, what we have done to make this country run, basically. Yeah, and we built this country, so there it is. You guys can take this knowledge and run with it.
We built the White House.
Yep.
Twice.
Yep. They burned down one time.
Hey, we built it twice. And then you're not allowed to come in. Some people are not allowed to come in there. You know, it's just ridiculous, man. It is just so ridiculous. And yeah, man, brush up, challenge these teachers. For my young viewers, challenge these teachers and make them teach you about your history. Just don't stand for these same textbook stuff that they teach every year. The curriculum stays the same. Challenge your teacher to break away from that, to teach you something about your history. If you're Hispanic, ask your teacher to teach you about your history. If you're African American, ask them to teach you about your history. If you're white, and so on and so on and so on, ask them to teach you about your history. You should know where you come from so you can be a better person. If you know where you come from, you can see some of the mistakes and the prejudice that they made in the past and try to change that.
Mm-hmm.
Try to change that history. We need to be as one. Everybody bleeds red when you get cut.
That's the damn truth.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
If you bleed something green, get the hell away from it.
Get back to your plan.
Yes. Yeah. Go. Run away from that person. You know what I mean?
They found me.
But if you bleed red, man, you're all one, man.
That's right.
Everybody is mixed up in somehow. Nobody is pure. Mm-hmm. Even if you're the whitest white, even if you're the jackass that's in the White House, you got some other culture inside you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stupid ass.
Yeah. he's mixed with racism.
Mm-hmm.
He's mixed with KKness.
Mm-hmm.
He's mixed with dumbness. He's mixed with
There's a long list.
Yeah.
There's a long list.
Yeah. He's mixed with Russian. Hey.
You like that though? Oh boy.
I am not mixed with Russian.
How'd you roll your eyes like that? Oh my bad. Oh man. But you guys just give us your history. A lot of stuff is out there, you know. Also make sure you read different things too as well. Just don't go to one source as far as for that. And you guys do the history research. Because I remember back in schools, we didn't have all this internet stuff. So it kind of like showing my age right now. All this internet stuff. We had to research the stuff ourselves with the slides and everything like that. It was a grueling task to do history.
Yes.
And like that, you had the encyclopedia people that come across. Hey man, if you want to pass and everything, you got to buy these encyclopedias. Like, okay, it gets the best. But go ahead and do that research. Go find out for yourself. And knowledge is power, man. That's one thing nobody can ever take away from you is your knowledge. So.
And see, back in the day, we had this stuff called a library. Mm-hmm. Where you actually had to go in.
I'm still around. Some of them are dusty. They dusty and they look like abandoned buildings. But
wow.
There is like 3 people in there. The librarian and there's some other guys, but I think some janitors. But still, you still can go to the library. There's a lot of good stuff in the library.
Yes.
And they still do readings as well too for those people that's scared of reading and everything like that. They have classes, you know, sit down and they read to you.
Yeah.
They still have that, especially in the summertime. All right? Just let you know. Don't be scared of the library.
Yeah.
It's not a scary place. It might be a little dusty, but it's not a scary place.
Just don't go there and check up on your Facebook status.
Please don't.
You know what I'm saying? It's so much more to that. All my peoples, just get out there and learn about your history, but don't think that you are superior to anybody else, because you're not. Mm-hmm. This land that we lived on, that stolen land, that got traded for beads and pocket change and pocket lint, it's not ours. This Native Americans own this land, and they got so ripped off. And that'll be in another show, but yeah.
All right. I guess you might always bring the positivity, right? Yes. Just the truthfulness and the realness, just to let you guys know. But like always, you guys can hit us up at thagamersshow.com. That's the Gamer Show with an A. Don't forget to head on the Facebook store page to find low prices. Don't forget to hit us up on vTime. Don't forget to subscribe. Become a Gamers Club member.
And please remember to like, subscribe, and follow all our social media networks. Join our SteamWest community and our website community where you can get some free stuff.
Right.
And we'll see you next time on WWTF.
We want the facts.
Gamer Show.
See you next time. Keep watching. Thanks for tuning in.